601. Hi everyone, I'm Laura, VP of Product here at Blink, and I'm going to be walking you through some of our latest and greatest features as part of our quarterly Unlocked. The first feature that I'm going to show you today is the Agreement Center. This allows you to configure a pop-up that will show to your users on a cadence that you choose, 30 days, 60 days, and when they open the app, they'll see the message, they'll need to accept it before they can enter. So org admins will be able to configure this as you choose. So you'll go into the admin area, you'll go to org setup, and you'll go to this new area called user agreement prompts. You'll be walked through the setup where you can do everything from entering the terms or policy that you want to remind people of. So perhaps I want to remind you about our community guidelines. You can add a link in there, so if you want them to click, have the ability to click and go and view a policy, you can do that. You can make it as long as you need, or you can make it as short as you need. We recommend keeping it nice and short and snappy so that it's easy for people to know what they're accepting and they can get on with using the app. You can label the CTA as you need. And then, as I said, you can put the cadence that you'd like this to reappear. So we're going to say every 36 days, users will be shown this message when they open up the app and they'll need to accept. This will also appear on desktop as well, so you'll be getting a consistent experience, but you only need to accept it on one of the devices. We've got a couple of new changes coming to surveys as well. The first of which is allowing you to enable tracking. What this will do is give you the option to set which field you want to collect alongside a survey submission. Of course, we'll tell users that we're collecting these fields, so it's fully transparent, and it'll allow you to do a little bit more slicing and dicing of that survey data. So I'll show you how that looks. Again, you'll go into admin, you'll click the survey builder, start a new survey, and you'll notice this new setting called enable tracking. If I want to collect some fields alongside a survey I'm setting up, I can go into tracked fields and pick which ones I'd like to know. So in this case, I would like to collect email, and maybe I'd also like to collect first name. And then I'll set up my survey as part of, as I normally would. So this is the Christmas attendance survey. And again, you can choose who you want that to go to. None of this has changed, so all still really easy for you to use. And then once you set this survey live and users start seeing this survey, when they open it up, they'll see a really clear little message at the bottom of the survey which says the following fields are being tracked, in this case, email and first name. The other exciting update to surveys is we've also added export functionality. So for any Blink survey, you'll now be able to export your results, so you can go and do whichever slicing and dicing or analysis you'd like elsewhere. So we have three aspects of our notification update. The first is giving users more control over which notifications they do and don't want to receive. The second is making sure that admins have control over which critical updates will always cut through. And then thirdly, we've improved the content and notification style so that any notification people do get is really engaging and makes you want to click through. So as an org admin, I've got a new area called notification settings. And in here, you'll see two options. The first is to be able to decide which groups notifications will always have to be sent for. So this just allows you to make sure that if you have a particularly critical group, that those notifications will always cut through despite what a user's preferences may have been. And the second gives you more control over who can mark a post as important within your organization. So you can choose for basic users not to be able to mark any post that they create as important. This just really helps make sure that you're controlling where that most important notifications are coming from and avoids any overwhelm of too many things being marked as important. As we know, if everything's important, then nothing's important. So if I've now want to make sure that I've got a couple of critical groups that always have notifications on, again, you'll go to admins, go into the groups panel, pick the group in question, and you'll see this new option, allow members to mute this group, which you can toggle on or off as you need. So now what users can also do is have more control over which notifications they do and don't want to receive. One of my personal favourite updates is the ability to set quiet days. Now, this will allow you to choose any particular days that you just never want to receive notifications for. Maybe it's a weekday, maybe it matches your shift pattern, but it'll just make sure that you're able to control what you're receiving and when. So really easy to set up. You'll go into your personal preferences and you can choose the days that you don't want any notifications for. Save those changes and you're ready to go. The other new change for me as a user is I can decide which groups I want to receive notifications for or which groups I only want to receive important notifications for. So I can navigate to my group screen. I can decide that for distribution, I would like all posts. For marketing, important posts only. And then maybe for some of those groups that I want to mute, I can also do that. So I've got a whole lot of control and I can really make sure the things that are most important to me are the messages that are going to cut through and have the most prominence. You can also change this from the group page itself, so plenty of moments for you to be able to adjust those settings. Lastly, one of our improvements that we think is going to go a long way is improving the content of the notification itself. So we'll now show you which group the message is coming from and show you a little sneak peek of the content itself. We're confident this is going to help make sure notifications are more useful, they're more engaging, and they'll help you decide if you want to click in there or then, or if you want to revisit it later. So I've now got my Employee Engagement 2025 survey that I'm able to open up. And as you'll see, I've got a really nice clear message there just telling me which of my fields are being tracked. And there we go, submitted. And now over to our Workday integration. We've got some really exciting updates, which are going to be a real game changer, particularly for the front line. For example, someone on the factory floor will no longer have to rely on their manager or someone else to have to go and log in and get that information from Workday. This will give them visibility over things like pay slips, time off, work anniversaries, even birthdays, straight in Blink. And in the future, they'll even be able to action workflow from directly within Blink, a unique differentiator just to us. Chat's also had a little bit of a makeover. We've taken a much more modern approach to our chat product, and you'll see that through things like our new Bubbles UI. And also we've built our very own color algorithm, which will take colors from your brand and apply them here. So here you can see all the Blink green. Imagine that with whatever your brand colors are. So it looks a bit better, it looks fresher, the readability is greatly improved. Another great addition is chat emojis. So at the moment, you've just been able to give a thumbs up. You'll now have the full suite of native emojis that you can use to respond to messages. We hope this is going to be a way for you to get even more engagement, as well as just adding a really modern language to chat. You'll also have the ability to configure how you use emojis. So if you just want a little restricted set, you'll be able to pick that, where users will just have 4 or 5 emojis to pick from, or you can choose to open up the full suite of emojis, whatever works for you. That's not it for chat. We've also got read receipts coming very soon, where again, you'll be able to decide if this is a feature you want your organization to make use of, but you'll be able to hard tap a message and see who's had the chance to read it. There's a few more things coming very soon on our agile, fast-moving roadmap that I'm really excited to give you a sneak peek into. Up first, we have some additions to our comms toolkit with the ability to send a post via email, just to really make sure you can reach any of those far-flung corners where people maybe haven't adopted Blink just yet. We're busy building out our SMS functionality that will be particularly great for any emergency broadcast comms that you need to send. Our offline mode is getting a little level up, where you'll now be able to also save posts for offline. We've also started work on our new AI-powered algorithmic feed. This is really going to take into account the concept of relevancy, where each post will be weighted by its relevant content, so you'll be able to get a much more dynamic experience while still making sure that those key critical posts always cut through. And we're going to have a smarter search experience, federating in third-party tools such as ServiceNow, making sure that Blink really is the ideal way to get any information across your entire ecosystem. I know, I need to remember not to lean on it, otherwise it squeaks. Oh my gosh.